Hi everybody. Welcome to another eBay Idiots video. I've already made a few attempts at filming this and I'm getting really tired and sick of trying to redo this. Things keep distracting me or falling over and giving me a heart attack. Okay, so my non-payers from last week. Yes, they did not pay as expected. So yeah, lesson learned. Next time there's like a big convention somewhere, and like especially Calgary, I noticed this is a problem. And then people from that area start sending me offers on things after the convention. I'm not taking them anymore because you never pay. Like you guys spend all your money at the convention, even though it's over. You're traveling home now at this point. You've spent your money. Don't try to buy more stuff online and then say, well, I get paid in a few days. If you don't have the money, you don't buy things. Um, yeah, the buyer who had F this as their name and had been registered for 4 years, also never paid. The one who did, um, paid, right before the unpaid item case was going to close. And they didn't have a name. Okay, first of all, their username and email address was the name Stoffer. The name on the payment wasn't. No name, just initials. The initials were KD. And the name on the PayPal account was Johnny Resale. So call eBay. And eBay has been getting better with this. If you have incomplete addresses or if buyers are malicious buyers leaving all negative feedbacks for sellers, eBay is backing us sellers on this in the last like more than 6 months, but less than a year. They're letting us cancel, and if the buyers leave negative feedback, they will protect you. But call eBay first to make sure of this and have everything on record of what happened. So yeah, call eBay and I get an American rep, and the guy's an asshole. And he's like all butthurt about it because his mommy works at Kent State University, and that's where the buyer's email address is through. So I don't know if he's like this buyer's connection or something at eBay to rip people off or what, because yeah, he was like super mad about this. Didn't want me to cancel, and then just started saying, well, if you want to, go ahead. I don't care. Go for it. But yeah, we're not protecting you on this. You shouldn't be canceling. There's no reason to. And like I point out like all the reasons, and then he goes, well, you should at least message them to tell them why you're canceling. And I'm like, no, I don't care about the feelings of someone trying to rip me off. So no, and yeah, he was just such an idiot. I ended up just hanging up on him. I told him off, hung up on him, and then called back. And the next rep totally saw that there was an issue with all of this and agreed, like, this isn't an address. There has to be a name. Like, if you bought something, you would give your name. If you were legit, you would want your item. So, yeah, you would give a name. Um, they, I was under the impression it sounded like he was going to suspend the account or something. But they were messaging me later, so I don't know, somewhere maybe they lost selling privileges, I don't know, or maybe the first rep fixed it already. Um, but yeah, they started messaging me, and they're like, "We're gonna tell you why you canceled this." And it's like, well, now you can add your attitude onto the list of reasons, but like you didn't give me an address or a name for the address, and your PayPal address or account is a fake name. And she's like, well, that would be easy enough to fix. No, I'm like, no, it's correct. Like if you lied to me once, why would I think you would tell the truth if asked again? Um, and I was able to like reverse 411 search her address that was provided, and like her name doesn't match the email and username, but did match the initials, and also says that there's criminal records or something that come up. I wasn't. I couldn't get all the exact details. It could just be speeding tickets, but enough red flags were already there. I wasn't taking a chance. Um, I got my list. I gotta keep looking at. Another idiot. Username was events and items, and they're already blocked from buying from me for like lowballing and asking stupid questions. But I have an item listed for about $300, and similar items would be about $500 to $600, but I don't need to be greedy. I'll be happy if I make $300 off of this. So he sends me a message and he goes, "What's the lowest you would take on this if my JSA guy says it's good?" Like everybody acts like they just got this personal assistant with these companies. And I was like, well, and I knew he was already blocked. I recognized the name, but I still replied and I said, well, if this got JSA approval, it'd be worth more. And he's like, well, yeah, I know, but like, what's the lowest you would take? No, like, fuck off. If somebody wants this, if like actual buyer wants this, they can come to me and pay me $300 for it. They don't need to go to you and spend $800 or $900 or $1,000 or whatever you would jack the price up to. They can just come to me. I don't need you. The buyer from Norway. Latest updates on the case, the return request that they opened on April 22nd. They pissed around for 2 weeks, and this weekend they said they were sending something back. They uploaded some pictures. Right away, I can see that whatever they've sent back is 300 grams, and what I sent was 150. So even taking into consideration different packaging materials, we're talking about a photo. So it shouldn't, there's no way you would double your weight and get to 300 grams no matter what packaging you're using on this. So I'm not sure what's coming back. And yeah, now I don't know because they dicked around for 2 weeks on returning anything. I was told by eBay I could call back on May 15th. So I don't know if I can still call back on May 15th or if they're going to tell me to wait until I get something back. Like, the whole thing's pissing me off. It's like $150 on my money tied up on this. Another idiot buyer, and a non-payer, sent an offer on an item. I saw it yesterday morning. I was up really early, not feeling good. They're from Vancouver, so the offer was sent at like 2 a.m. Vancouver time. $300 item. And there's several franchises right now where interest is peaking in their stuff, like Game of Thrones and Avengers. So, like, it's like you have to strike while the iron's hot, right? If you wait too long, interest will drop again, and it's not going to be worth as much. And you don't really want things selling once because a lot of buyers don't understand that just because they see something sold once doesn't mean it actually sold. I can hear my husband's home making a bunch of noise downstairs. What was I saying? Yeah, so anyways, they bought the item, and I've noticed over the years that most non-paying buyers are sending their offers or making their purchases in the middle of the night, especially on weekends. I think these people go out, have a good time, and come home with limited decision-making abilities, and yeah, are just drunk buying on eBay. Yeah, so he doesn't pay. The whole day goes by. This morning I sent a payment reminder, and this afternoon now he sends a message asking a bunch of questions or answering multiple times in the listing. So yeah, he ain't gonna be paying. I've already relisted it. I'm pissed. Because yeah, odds are it's not selling again now. Or if it does, I won't be getting what I should be getting for it. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. It might sell again, but I could be waiting 10 or 20 years for this peak price range. Maybe. I don't know. Like, yeah, it pisses me off either way. Another item sold on the weekend and this is another item where it's peaking. And so Thursday night, $150 item. Buyer sends an offer for $75. Half price offers is lowballing. Like, if you're a buyer, stop doing that. but they're Canadian, and I don't know why. I always have like the soft spot for my fellow Canadians because I know our exchange rate sucks, and I know I paid for this item in Canadian funds, and the American exchange rate is just extra profit and covers all my fees and expenses and costs. So, um, yeah, and then they send a message whining about the price. Um, oh, our dollar might as well be the peso. It sucks, and with the shipping, it's going to be in exchange. It's like $140, and um, yeah. So I countered at $100, and I sent like another message, and I said, well, how about $90? Because like I'm not going to resell it. I just don't want to display it with my other item. But it's like you're buying at a bad time. You could have bought it months ago for cheaper, or you could wait a few more months and get it cheaper. You're choosing to buy at the peak time right now. So, this is your decision. Um, so yeah, a few messages went back and forth. I messaged them. I said, well, how about $90 then? Because the most they came up was 80. Like they came up $5. So how about 90? And they're like, well, I gotta think about it. The next morning, they sent me an offer for 85. I took it. Um, they paid right away, and then they sent a message with the payment, uh, telling me how to package it. Oh, right, do not bend, or fragile stickers, and package it with a bunch of cardboard. Okay, like first of all, this just really bugs me because I know I package things well. Although as a buyer, I know other sellers package like shit. Um, but like if you looked at my feedback, which you should be doing if you're buying from someone, you would see most of my feedback actually says how well I package things. It's also being sent within the same country, so it's going to be handled less and in transit less. Um, Here's some advice I'm going to give to you people about how to handle uh, buyers who send these messages. Most of the time, you'll notice that they send this message on their payment, not a direct message. I think they're trying to hide it somehow. Yeah, my experience, personal experience, and um, seeing other people, like other sellers on groups and stuff, when people send these messages, they're going to claim damage when they get their item. So you have to like stop that before it even starts. So send them a message through eBay, drawing attention to this, and just say, I saw your message attached to your payment, or it might be an actual message. But just say, um, and even if you have to lie about this, because even if you don't package well, just lie about this. Um, my reply is always, rest assured that in 20 years of selling online, I've never had an item arrive to a buyer damaged. As you can see by my feedback, I package things very well. Just in case you have a disgruntled postal worker on your route, I have added a signature confirmation to this delivery. When you receive it, you'll be able to look at it. Excuse me. When you receive it, you'll be able to look at it, and if it shows any signs of damage or tampering, you will be able to refuse the delivery right there, which will get you one step ahead on the return and refund process. So, first of all, if they did accept, well, one, if a buyer refuses a delivery, they screw themselves. They lose their protection. So that would help you if you needed that help. But also, if they try to say it was damaged, you can come back and say, I told you not to accept it if it was damaged. So why would you do that? Um, Unless you're sending like fine china or something, uh, anything getting damaged should show signs of damage on the packaging. Um, and yeah, it's also letting that buyer know that they are not keeping something and getting a refund, that it's going to have to come back. So, especially in a case like this where somebody's bitching and whining about the price and how much it's going to cost them and exchange rates, and then when they start saying damage, oh, I want to prevent damage, they're likely going to claim that it was damaged so they could ask for a partial refund to get more of a discount. Um, yeah, and since I've started replying to these people with this message, I've never had anybody say anything about damage. after that because they kind of screw themselves with it. Anyways, that's my video. I will update on the Norway buyer when I have one. Thank you for watching. Bye.